Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It was a really, really nice day. Thanks to Netflix and obviously Tesla, our friends Elon Musk. So, market is some of the tech companies are moving up, and they become again the leaders. Like Google is really moving up. Netflix had the earning. Obviously, I didn't read the details of the earning, but obviously, whatever it was, market really, really liked that in the pre-market yesterday. Moved up really nicely, and today it was 7% up. So at the open, it was a little bit tricky to trade it. So sold off a little bit, and then came back up. Let me bring my pen. Came back up a little bit. Oh, it's actually here. Pen. Sorry, my pen is here. So, it sold off a little bit, hold this 332 level, daily level, came back up with a really nice candlestick. So I just thought that maybe this becomes a 1 minute open range breakup for the break of the 3 through 8. And then it did drop and I got to stop that. So that was kind of an actually bad loss on it because, it just moves $3. I took only 1,000 share, but it was just like a, $3,000 loss on it. Actually more than that. It was like $4,000 loss. But it came back up above the VWAP, and now this time, it was exactly like that. And I thought, okay, this is the second time, and came up. I added more on that, and then we got a really nice move up all the way up to 343. Went up all the way actually to 344. That's the exactly high of the day. So that was the trade that I made money on that, and they kind of didn't do anything until I got stopped out at the break even, almost at the break even. So that was a very decent, nice trade that we got on that. So that was also, it wasn't the most profitable that I had, but it was $1,800 profit on that. So that was just something that we got there. And then Tesla. Obviously Tesla was is a trade that I actually started loving Tesla, especially the options. I have a lot of options on them as well. So Tesla at the open sold off, really consolidated near the VWAP. I went long and I was hoping to get this breakout. Market at that time Qs are still showing that some sort of a movement. I kind of gave it a little bit of a room here, so I went long here. So I kind of gave it a room all below the VWAP. So it came down, but it really never lost the VWAP. It came back up. I got out a little bit, but I realized that, okay, this squeeze is nice. So I added back heavy on that 128 on that for the move higher to 131. I added one more time here at 130.75 because I saw some big ask for the break of that to R4. So essentially that was a really one nice trade, and that turned out to be the most profitable trade for me. That was about $10,000. I think in maximum, I think I have about 5,000 shares on that. So that was a decent trade on that. So I have some really puts on Tesla right now. So I have one for mid-March at 80, which probably I'm up right now $14,000 on it already. So that is some puts that at 80. I think I'm not gonna get hit on that. For today I have puts at 128, which is gonna expire worthless if we're gonna get that today. So that would be really nice, and I'm actually up a lot on that. So so that's the Tesla puts that I have on at 128 for today. So I sold them at $2. Just the premiums are amazing on that, and they're gonna go worthless on that. So that's the current state of my account, and these ones the longer one that we sold on 300 contracts. So I'm up already. If it goes down, goes down, I'm gonna probably collect about $30,000 on that. So that's a really nice one. We're gonna actually start an options trading room as well. I think Jared and Megan are gonna lead on that, and definitely I'm an option trader in progress, and Megan is also in progress. Jared knows really well, and Andy might join as well. So we're gonna have actually a room on option at least for a couple of times a week. Brian has been very, very experienced in options as well. All right, so Brian, TQQ. Also, I got a scalp on TQQ as well. So as the market started moving higher, so TQQ at 1920 went up all the way to 1940, and I got stopped out at the break even and continue going higher as the market is creeping higher. But that was just also a small trade on TQQ. Brian, how was your trade? I know you traded Netflix.
Yeah, I didn't. I had a couple. I had 2 losses on Netflix. I just chased it around. So I didn't have great trade there. The only trade I did do was with that made sense was W. Traded Wayfair. I shorted it.
Wow.
So got a nice drop on it. I should have. Oh, it's really squeezing now. But anyway, Wayfair is kind of I think is a real crappy stock, but it's really heavily shorted. It's I think it's about 30% short interest, losing money like crazy. So anyway, they were up, they were down because of they were laying off people too. So anyway, sort of made back some of my losses, but overall wasn't a great day. So there you go.
Awesome. That's excellent. All right,
Just,
guys. Well,
yeah.
thank you so much. I have one, things that I might actually deserves to actually have their own, maybe, show. But I want to show you something. Somebody emailed me, and it actually deserves to have its own video. Somebody mentioned that, Andrew, I traded 5 minute open range break up, but I'm getting it stopped out. What the hell is happening? So here's the situation. So that's, I think, TWS. So he went long, he got a stopped out. He went long, he got a stopped out. I did exactly the same trade, but I didn't get a stopped out. The reason for that is when you're trading Tesla, you got to give it a little bit of room. Just the nature of the volatility of this stock. See, it actually never really lost the VWAP somehow. You got to give it, and see, then the move that you're getting is significant. If you put your stop loss too close, guys, if you put the stop loss too close, you get chopped up. Then that's a very, very normal about a stock that is higher price. And so this is the response that I did to Gary, is that this is the exact same trade that I did, same as you, but I didn't get stopped out because you got to give it a little bit of a room for Tesla. You can take a smaller share size and give a little bit more risk on that. But look at your reward. You can potentially get a much bigger reward on that. So that's my content. That actually deserves to have some sort of a video for itself to discuss about that. You can't just give a little bit of a small room. Another person that messaged me that, hey Andrew, if you're certain about your strategies, why don't you give 0 cent stop loss on that if you know 100% works? The answer to that, yeah, I know, but the answer to that is that, first of all, you really don't know if it's 100% works or not. Second of that is that you also have to give some room for just the normal volatility in the normal fluctuation of the price. The least of the price volatility is the spread. Obviously, constant trades are happening, between trades. So a spread is always the volatility. As the spread gets higher, or as the price gets a higher price, or the volatility goes higher, you have to expect some sort of a natural volatility on that. So that was a lesson. I might actually start just doing a, kind of answer this question later, but just put it into this. Brian, what about you?
Yeah, that's I agree. You can't even though your strategy works, there's just natural volatility in the stock price. I mean, there's just we think it will always be great if you get a perfect entry, but it doesn't. 99% of the time doesn't happen.
Yeah. So, and another thing is that someone mentioned that, how much was the 70, 80 cents? So you can go with the numbers, or I go with the chart patterns. I told myself that if Tesla really loses the VWAP, I'm going to go there. And really never really lost the VWAP. It came down, quickly came back up. I was ready to get a stopped out here if this one continues going down, or here if it continues going down. And what about the slippage of what if it just drops so fast? Sometimes it happens, sometimes. But the Tesla is not the stock that it just quickly drops $5 and then you get a slippage. So, and I know if the price comes down, it comes back up, and I get a chance eventually to get out of it. So the whole concept is you have to know what you're trading. Tesla is not the type of a stock that, but if I want to trade a low float stock that I know can drop really 20% or 10% in a matter of seconds, then I'm not either taking a big size on it or I just stay away from it. Like GNS, for example, this is a stock that, for example, in the matter of seconds from 414 drops to 370. That happened probably in the matter of seconds. So if you're trading these low float stocks, you got to be really careful on that, on the share size or on the risk management. That's why I personally stay away from them. They're really exciting when you see these numbers, 60% or 100%, but what you don't see is that how butchery is happening on the price action. So this is a graveyard of a lot of amateur traders that they thought that they can make $500 to $5 million. So but you don't see these corps in the price action. Look at that, from 350 drops to 3. That's 40 cents drop. That's if you get a stopped out and you don't get a stopped out, then it's a huge loss on it. Other than that, so yeah, so Netflix is kind of bouncing back. I mean, Adi's idea was to some calls when Netflix. He kind of said that Netflix doesn't have enough momentum to go higher, so that would have been a really like a dismounting past the Peter trades. You could sell some calls on that for 2 days. It would have been a really really nice profit. All right. Thank you so much, guys, and have a good day. Feel free to leave the comments if you have any question, and see you guys soon in the community.